Right, Mika? What's your scariest problem, mate?
I've got a very serious problem. Or actually, it's not so much of a problem anymore. I had a very serious problem. I'm an altitude camp in Ramsau, staying at the uh, bottom station of the glacier gondola. And like 3 days ago, I told everybody that I was talking to, like, we're not gonna ski on the glacier anymore. Definitely not this year. Be very surprised if we'll ever ski on the glacier again. And I was like 3 days later, and I've had a fucking perfect first session, and it's insanely good conditions up there. And I was just mind blown. So yeah, it's not that much of a serious problem actually. It's more of a serious good thing, I guess.
That's the first time that you've got a scariest problem that's not a problem, mate. But, mate, Ramzo's
That's also
it's a bit shit anyway, Ramzo, right? Also, it smells like shit in Ramzo. They must have, like, cows everywhere because it just... That's like, if I kind of think of Ramzo, I just think it just smells a bit like shit, mate.
See, the thing is, I know that your mom every now and then listens to the podcast, and I really respect your mom and like your mom. But if she would not be listening, I would probably just say that she smells like cow shit. Fuck you, Jimmy.
Getting personal, mate. Insulting mums already.
Yes, insulting moms already. I'm sorry, Karen. You're a wonderful woman. I'm very sorry. I did not mean to insult you. I just meant to hurt Jimmy in a
Mate,
bad
this
way.
is only making it worse.
I
Okay, so
know.
mum jokes on the
I
podcast.
think I
That's a
fucked it
that's a
up.
that's a new one. Like, like English is our second language, I think both of us, so I think we swear a lot more than we probably should. But now we've taken like one step further, so yeah, good effort. Good start, mate. But yeah, it's
Yeah,
been
we're off to a good start, but you did just start to insult Ramsau, and that's kind of like
yeah, because
sort like why?
I just thought I'd put a bit of fire in there, and it does smell a bit like shit. There must be like cows like everywhere. But anyway, mate, what's been happening?
Actually, what's been happening? Well, as I just said, not so much apart from being in Ramsau training, quite decent. I've done a fucking good test the other day.
Uh-huh.
That's a bit exciting. Yeah, now I'm up here in Gasthof Hunakogel,
Yeah.
and it's so nice. And I swear they're the nicest people up here as well, and
So
they just want to make it work for us so bad. Like, they have this little souvenir shop because it's like a big tourist attraction, the glacier, and there's like this big gondola up. So they have this souvenir shop, and every October when we come here, they just get rid of all the stuff from the souvenir shop and build a gym in there for us, like a proper fucking gym with like a rack to do like squats, and there's like
okay.
stuff for pull-ups and dips, and they have lots of weights. They are actually the best people. I'm not gonna lie.
That's pretty cool actually because so you're in Ramsau, but your parents live in Ramsau. You grew up in Ramsau, but you're not even staying at home. You're staying in this little hotel at the top of the road and like just at the bottom the gondola on the glacier. Just to
I'm actually gonna tell a story why I am here and how I ended up
yeah,
going up
it's
here.
actually
Be-
our fault.
because it's
Or
actually it's not really
it
your
was your fault, but yeah.
fault. It actually was my sister's fault. So see, the thing is, back in 2021, preparation is in full swing for the Olympic season. I was going on training camps with Team GB back then, and we had a camp scheduled in Livigno. So I was on the way there, and while I'm on my way there, my mom calls me, and she's like, "Oh yeah, your sister's got COVID." And then so I was a contact person. Um, so obviously I called Jostein, and I was like, "Oh, I can't, probably shouldn't come to your camp." And then he was like, "No, no, but so you cannot come and meet any of the people on the team for 1 month." And then I was like, "Oi, okay, so that means there's no altitude camp
Well,
in Livigno
actually,
for
I
me
think it
then."
was it was originally it was like 10 days or 2 weeks or something. But then I remember we had this discussion on the camp. You probably don't even know that we had this discussion on the
No.
camp that you was supposed to come, but then your contact case, whatever. And then Muzzy and Youngie were all like, we don't, we can't really be fucked having him if he's gonna get COVID anyway. So like, we'll just buy him off permanently. So then
Little fuckers.
it was kind of their decision to buy you off because yeah, you were no longer
Little
reliable.
fuckers.
Yeah, but also did you not
Ay,
like?
ay, ay. But
Were
anyway,
you not driving there like
huh?
a day too early anyway?
Yeah, that was also probably not so smart. I was on my way there, and while I'm on my way there, I call Jostein to tell him the bad news, and he's like, "What do you mean you're on your way to Livigno? We're not going to Livigno until tomorrow."
That's funny.
Yeah, good times. But anyway, so then I drove back home to Ramsau, and I really wanted to do an altitude camp, and started looking into other options like Seiseralm and Lauwertzee. But then it actually came to my mind, why would I drive all across the Alps if there's just like plenty of altitude spots in like a 20-minute car drive from my home?
Yeah.
So then I just called people up here. I was like, yo, this is a bit weird, but I want to do an altitude camp at your place. Is that going to work? And they were like, yeah, just come here. No problem. And honestly, that was the best thing to ever happen to me because like here obviously it's in Ramsau, so I am home in Ramsau, but then also they just like I said, they're the best and they just really want to make it work. Also, it's so big because in the mornings, usually I always try to take the first gondola up and it goes up at like 7:45. So that means when I'm staying at home, I have to get up fucking early, like around 6:15 to be able to make the gondola. Now I just get up at 7, have a bit of breakfast and walk over. It's like a 2-minute or 1-minute walk to the gondola station. Yeah, I'm actually getting lost in the story now because I'm just fucking in love with this place and it's so beautiful here and everybody should just come here for their
Yeah, it just smells a
autumn
bit like
training
shit
camps.
everywhere. That's
No,
the
but I'm
only
gonna tell
negative
this
thing.
other story now. It does not smell like shit.
And
But I'm
also,
gonna tell this other
everyone's a
story.
bit
The other day I
inbred.
was doing
Everyone's a bit inbred in Ramzo, Mika. Come on, your parents are from Netherlands, so you're probably okay. But the rest of people living or who grew up in Ramzo are probably have their uncle that's also their half brother or nephew or whatever it works. Am I
and now
wrong?
you're being mean, Jimmy. I'm just gonna say you're being mean.
Yeah, but I'm not being wrong.
Probably not actually. But whatever. Since you were bringing up that it smells like cow shit, the other day I was doing intervals on a roller ski track. And then one farmer, because it's like becoming autumn now, and so I don't know, how do you call it in English when the farmers drive the shit around on the fields?
They just drive shit on the fields, or like they put shit on the fields.
Okay,
Like,
yeah.
there's
So
probably a
anyway,
word for it, but I'm not.
so I was doing intervals on a roller ski track, and simultaneously a farmer was driving the shit out on the fields, and I usually don't have a problem with that smell. It smells so bad. I almost threw up during my intervals. I was like, what the fuck? So that was not the best experience.
Yeah. So I was
But
right. Smells
enough
like
about
shit.
me. What about you? What are you doing in Lillehammer? Let me guess. You're wearing lots of rain jackets.
Yeah, mate. It's like supposed to rain like 40 millimeters of rain, so not going to train outdoors. But yeah, life's good. I actually was at the FIS meetings last week, so I think there's some cool things we can discuss. And then I was visiting some family in France, so yeah, just training, just the usual. But into FIS, I have.
Mate,
Do you want to say something?
I'm gonna stop you.
Yeah.
I want to say something. See, but that's a difference. Or what's the difference between Ramsau and France?
France doesn't smell like shit, where Ramsau does.
In Ramsau, it occasionally smells like shit from the fields because there's like more cows than people living here. In France, the people smell like shit.
We had managed to not slag off the French for a few episodes now, and we're going
Hey Jimmy.
back into
Hey
the
Jimmy.
habits.
Hey Jimmy. When's the last time you took a shower? Last month? Like
Literally 10 minutes ago. Now I'm gonna have some French guys coming up to me and like asking me why we're being so mean to them. So, and it's all your fault.
Nah, it's the French's fault for not showering
Tell you who's a
properly.
legend. Matthias Bauer, Czech skier. He wanted to do a training camp in. He lives in Czech. Wanted to do a training camp in Fårö, and just said, "Oh, we'll just drive there." It's like good 20-hour drive from Czech Republic. What a
I
tank!
rate that. You know, I drove to when I was like 18. I drove together with my dad to Lillehammer and Idrefjell from Ramsau for a 10-day training camp.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
That's. Would you do it again though?
props not, but I didn't mind it so much at the time. It was actually quite good
Yeah, I
fun.
mean, yeah, sure. But at the same time, like, if you're okay with it, he's probably gonna stay a few weeks, so it might be worth it. But
Yeah,
probably not ideal.
not ideal, but at the same time, not. It's not like dramatic either.
Yeah, mate. I'm gonna tell you kind of like some stuff that's happened at the FIS meetings, and then you're gonna tell me
Yeah,
your opinion on it. Okay?
right.
Right. First things
Okay.
first. Right into it. They're gonna put in place a swab test for females,
What?
like
Oh,
to check that they're actually women. So like you'll have to like
oh, you're trying to get me cancelled, Jimmy. You're trying to get me cancelled.
yes, correct.
Little motherfucker.
So yeah, they're not sure exactly how it'll be, but like it'll probably be a bit like a COVID test, um, or a
Oh,
bit
it's probably the
different.
same that they do in
Athletics,
athletics.
exactly. They inspire themselves from
I mean,
athletics, and the
you want to hear
idea
my
is to make
opinion?
sure that there's, I think it's called SRI gene, which is SRY, I think.
Yeah, it's probably like the chromosome thing
Yeah, and it's
of the
to
X and the Y chromosomes,
exactly.
or not chromosomes. No, what's it? It's like the X and Y genes or
Yeah,
something, or is it
it
chromosomes or
is
whatever?
chromosomes. So yeah, they'll make sure it's. I don't know if they'll test everyone, but at least they'll test female athletes. And apparently, it's forbidden to do that in Norway.
Well, that means that Norwegians are not going to be doing any World Cups anymore. I guess
Yeah, maybe.
if
But
they
what you rate?
if they don't think it's appropriate to make sure that women will get to race actual women, I don't think there should be a place for them in the World Cup.
Yeah. So
There's a reason why a women's category was invented, because if they'd be if women would have the exact same possibilities or capabilities performance wise in sports than men would have, then there would not be a need for a women's category. So I think yeah, and this isn't like we're not trying to get into a whole political debate here,
yeah,
but I think for ensuring fairness in sport, yeah, amen.
yeah. Fair enough. Yeah, I mean, I kind of agree on that. I know. I think the coach said something once. Like it's a bit tough thing to say, but like elite sports is not a human right. So
I agree 100%. If you
it's
like
it's terrible to
it,
say, and I think lots of people are not going to agree with us. But like, not it's not for everyone.
it's not.
Some people don't have the genetics for it, and yeah, and some people. It's unfair for all the women that have to race against people that are not quite women.
If
So
you're an 80 kilo full grown man with lots of testosterone in your body, then you should not be allowed to race women. Point blank.
but it's good for you that they don't do it with like a measuring device. Because if they were doing
What's
like
a measuring device?
if they took a ruler and like measured how long your penis is, you would probably not even qualify as a man.
Can you just tell Karen to not listen to this episode, because I'm getting kind of fired up here right now.
Yeah, nah, no mum jokes, mate. Especially
No mom
because
jokes.
I've met your mum as well,
Yeah, true.
and she's
Okay, you know what? We're gonna keep it more personal. Jimmy, you're fucking ugly and nobody likes you.
not not as ugly as you. And yeah,
Yeah.
anyway.
We're kind of, you know what? We should make a deal for the rest of the podcast. We should remember that we're friends, Jimmy. We're
Yeah, but
friends.
that's the best friends. You know, they're not
Yeah,
always nice to each other. So we can try to be nice to each other, but
yeah.
that'll last like 30 seconds.
Remember that time when we went roller skiing for 6 hours in Lillehammer, and we were both hating life so much, and then we decided that we were not allowed to complain, or we were not allowed to
Yeah, we're not like
talk if it was complaining,
yeah,
and then we just ended up not talking for more than an hour.
yeah. Good times, good times. Right, second thing, mate. The Russian ban has been like basically FIS. We didn't even talk about this in the last podcast, but the IOC has come up with the possibility for neutral athletes from Russia and Belarus to take part in the Olympics, and so they have to take part in World Cups as well before, so they can qualify for Olympics. Basically, it has to be athletes not openly supporting the war and not in the military. And so that's been announced by the IOC. So FIS has to decide if or the criterias to consider an athlete as neutral. Because I know in some sports it was difficult to find out if they were part of the military or not, and stuff like that. So FIS has to take a decision if they're also like just gonna let them race or not, and they're gonna take that decision in October. What do you think on that?
Tough question, tough question. Honestly, there's so much shit happening in the world right now
But I think
that the question I ask myself is, how objective is it? How objective is the decision? Because from what I got from the criteria, basically, and I actually the Russians are on training camp in Ramza now, and I talked
uh-huh.
to somebody. I'm not gonna. I probably shouldn't have mentioned the name. I can't say it wasn't Sergei Volkov. What they told me was that basically nobody's allowed to race.
Yeah, I think the big guys will definitely not be allowed to race.
So, but then, and I'm a bit torn on this question myself. Not gonna lie, but I just ask myself, with everything that's going on right now, with the war in Israel and Gaza and you name it, how objective is that decision? Plus, and this is the only thing that bothers me a little bit with the FIS decision now, that they're gonna wait until October. FIS has always said that they're probably, or they have, I don't think they said they're necessarily gonna follow the IOC guidelines, but they've definitely said that they're gonna pay attention very closely to the IOC guidelines. And then I'm like, come on, it's 5 months to the games
Yeah,
now. One thing is, if you're gonna let athletes race, let them prepare accordingly and let them know that they can qualify and race. That's number one. Number two, and this is more concerning athletes like you, me, and everyone else racing now. Athletes that are in Russia now, correct me if I'm wrong, Jimmy, I don't think that Russia has a WADA authorized
yeah,
anti-doping lab right now. If you want to compete in Olympics, you should be in Adams for at least 6 months. That's my opinion.
yeah, and I agree on that. But
And we're now at 5 months. So
yeah,
is it just take a decision? Come on.
they are tested when they're abroad by FIS. When they're, for example, here in Ramsau, they'll be tested by FIS for sure.
Oh, are they?
That's what I was told.
Okay, but then it's good. Then that's
But
fair.
when they're in Russia, they're only tested by Russia anti-doping, which what I wasn't convinced of even before the war in Ukraine. But I don't know if FIS also hires like labs to go and test Russian athletes over. Because for example, when I was in Trondheim, UK anti-doping hired a dude from Hungary to travel to Trondheim to test the whole team. So I don't know if FIS can also
Okay.
do that because like they could hire like I don't know Turkish anti-doping and probably wouldn't be that expensive.
Yeah.
I don't know. But
I
it's
think
a big concern
to
for lots of people that they haven't been tested properly and they should probably be tested more
but
constructively.
I want to also say this, because some athletes that you talk to now have this, especially Scandinavian athletes, they have this this strong belief that they're like, oh yeah, everybody in Russia is doping. I do not believe that. I don't. I just think you should be controlled, and we should be controlled. Norwegians should be controlled. Americans should be controlled, and so should Russians.
Yeah. I mean,
That's my thing.
yeah, for sure. Like if you look at cross country skiing, there's been some cases for sure lately, but there's
Talking about cases, what's the latest news on Victoria Carl?
yeah, I was actually coming to that. I don't know. The thing is, nobody's talking about it. Or like occasionally you see an article on social media about it, about how she feels, but like I have not heard a word. And they must take a decision soon. So I don't know what's happening, and it would be good to have some info.
It would definitely be good to get some info. So if some journalist is listening to the podcast, which I suspect they are, do a bit of digging.
Yeah.
Might be interested.
Next topic from FIS. Tour de Ski might actually become a Tour de Ski again. Not this year, but maybe next year. And it might be an actual Tour de Ski, as in it would start in France. How cool would that be?
That would be insanely cool.
Yeah.
I honestly, I'm gonna tell you something now. You probably people caught that feeling already, but I'm gonna state it here officially. The Tour de Ski is my biggest disappointment in cross country skiing right now, because I just think that we have this amazing product that nobody else in winter sports has. We have it in the perfect timing of the year, and yet somehow, for one reason or another, because we decided that we're a traditional sport and that it's so hard and that we can't do so many races, it's become a bit of a, I don't know, more of like a show thing than an actual Tour de Ski. I don't want to call it shit because it obviously isn't shit, but it's just under its
Potential.
potential. And hearing stuff like that, what you're just saying right now, it actually makes me happy. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, no, I agree.
I really want the Tour de Ski to be so long, and I want it to have so many races, and I
Yeah.
want it to be the best possible product we can have. Honestly, if you get two highlights with like World Championship and the Tour de Ski, then people can say, oh yeah, but that's so sad for all the other races. But if you then manage to make them two highlights so fucking big, that's the dream scenario.
Yeah. Right. So that's good news. Other thing, you might get to be at the flower ceremony on Ruka this year. Top 6 will be at the flower ceremony. So even if you're fourth,
First of all,
if you're fourth, third time, you will get to go on the flower ceremony, mate. Congrats.
First of all, fuck you. Second of all, actually, I think it's cool having a flower ceremony. I think it just gives more value to more athletes. And also, if flower ceremony would have been a thing last year, I think it would have been there like 6 times or 7 times.
Yeah.
So that would have been fun.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's
Also,
cool.
it might be shit because then some organizer might get this great idea of doing a prize giving ceremony like in the evening somewhere.
Yeah.
Where there's like 4 kids watching, and then you have to stay somewhere for an extra night to take flowers because you came 6th.
Nah, I think this should be.
Nah, I think it's a good thing.
Yeah.
I think it's a good thing. That was just complaining, but I think it's a good thing. Are they gonna get it back on World Champs though?
I don't know yet. I mean, it's not world champs for this year, so I don't know. But I
Yeah, but next
assume
year
so.
it is.
If they putting it now, then probably yeah. So that's gonna be kind of cool. Also, 50K, but that we kind of know about in Holmenkollen this year. It's been confirmed that there will be the men and women racing at the same time with a 45-minute gap between men and women. So women will start 45 minutes after the men.
But
So it's
realistically, Jimmy,
yeah.
realistically talking, there's no way that the leading men are not gonna catch like the second or third or fourth group of women.
Yeah, so they say, or they've made like tests, and apparently men will catch up some women, but not all of them.
Yeah, but that's really great because we're gonna do it in Oslo, and now we've done Oslo a few times, and when I remember correctly, in the last 600 meters of the race, or let's even take Helnerbakken to it. So then you have like what, probably the last kilometer of the race. There's like one,
It's not wide. We've had the discussion before,
two,
Mika.
3, 4 corners where it's quite narrow. So if you think back on like 2 years ago in Holmenkollen, there was a quite big group of women racing from like place 18 until 28 or whatever it was. So that's like around 10 women. Imagine having a finish sprint in like the bunch, and then you have like 5, 6, 7 women group interfering. Oh, that's gonna be fun.
It could be shit, but I think everybody will ski constructively, so I think women will just move
I do.
aside, so I think it'll be fine.
I do not think that that's gonna happen. I think it's gonna be shit.
But it's a fucking cool
But
concept. It's a cool concept. There's gonna be like a
you know
million
what the
people
best
watching the
concept will be?
race. This is fucking good, Mika. You cannot complain about this.
You cannot complain, Jimmy. If I were a sprinter like you and not giving a fuck about a 50k, then I wouldn't complain. But I kind of do care about the 50k, and I kind of do want to perform good. Is something like that going to decide if I'm going to win the race or not? No, probably not. But it could decide it for somebody. And already that thought alone, it just... May we're racing. Come on.
Yeah.
Winning Holmenkollen means
see.
everything,
We will see.
mate. Winning Holmenkollen
I
means everything.
agree if it's like really shit for the finish. Like, I'll apologize to you and I'll give you a little present. But if it's... I would be very surprised if it comes to that. I think if it comes to the finish line and there's women in the way, they will just make sure they'll move to the side and they'll be absolutely
Yeah, but it's not
fine.
just the finish line. It's like the last
No, I
one,
know,
the
yeah,
last
I know.
2
Like,
kilometers.
yeah, sure.
Like
The last,
actually,
last
the
K,
second
2K.
yeah, the last time you do this like 2.5 kilometer loop in the stadium,
Yeah,
any place there can be race decisive, at least podium decisive.
sure. I agree.
And just thought of having people that are not involved in your race interfering there, I don't like it, mate. I do not like it.
But I think it's going to be an exciting race to watch on TV. It's going to be an exciting race to watch on site.
Yeah, there's probably going to be some drama as well, so that's also going to be exciting. But then still, Holmenkollen is actually one of the races that mean everything if you manage to get a podium or win there. And this is like typical one of the things where it's like, okay, we know on forehand that there could be trouble, there could be issues, but you know what? We'll wait until it goes really down the gutters, and then we'll change it.
Oh, I don't
And it's
think
like,
anybody
okay, but
thinks
we
it's
know
going to
that-
be a problem, except for you.
I know it's going to be a problem. I'm just going to put it here now. I'm going to say it's going to be a problem.
Okay, we'll take your word on
Only
it.
if I'm going to... Only if I'm skiing in the front, and then people get blocked behind, so that Klæbo cannot catch me back and win the sprint for me. Only then it's okay.
Yeah, fair enough. If it's a problem, I'll give you a little present and apologize. And if it's not a problem, you'll give me a present and apologize.
If it's not a problem, I'll just say you're a little bitch.
I don't even know. I have no words for this, mate. See, this is me trying to like build up our friendship again, and you just taking it down, mate, every single time. I can't do anything about it. Right,
It's
and
a bit-
best
for
for
me, it's a
last,
bit like,
mate. Best for last. Heat mass starts has officially been decided that it will take place, and there was an attempted coup, mate. France attempted to overthrow the heat mass start by doing a proposal to pie it off, but
What was the proposal?
they made a proposal because when there's these meetings at FIS, one of the members has to come up with a proposal to change something. So
Yeah, but what was the proposal?
well, what was the proposal was to either make it work or to change it to Olympic format, like skiathlon, for example, because they were not so convinced that skiathlon was going to happen in Trondheim, since it's going to be Trondheim and it's probably going to be raining and they probably not have so much snow on the side. So, but then it was discussed, and I feel like everybody gave opinions and so on. And like I gave the opinion of the athletes that it's like athletes don't want it and it's unfair and blah 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 blah. I think we've discussed this many a time. And then kind of like everybody kind of agreed. Everybody was like, yeah, it's probably going to be a bit shit, but we've kind of committed to it now, so we'll just try it and we'll see.
I'm gonna say something that's not gonna make me very loved by all the FIS representatives, but the French, because I fucking love the French now.
Yeah.
France is the greatest country on earth.
Yeah.
I've always said so.
After saying they all
Um,
smell.
No, I've always said that France is the greatest country in the world. Mate, I've said Font-Romeu was the best place ever.
Yeah. Right. What are you going to say about it?
At least 80% of the people being FIS representatives have jobs that are being funded 100% by alpine skiing. So why the fuck would they care?
Yeah, maybe. That's actually. But I don't think they think. But tell you what was
No,
funny.
I just don't think that a lot of them think.
I was talking to the Italian representative, and he was like, "Oh, I don't know. I don't know what to do because Italy and Toblak want it, but I had a phone call from Kiko the other day, and he really doesn't want it. So, but he did actually vote for. It was only like 5 nations that voted against, or four
But
nations
that's
and the
that's
athletes.
exact. Okay, I'm gonna say another thing. Lots of athletes that are mediocre to a bit
Oh, lots of
less than
sprinters.
mediocre are.
Lots of sprinters that are quite okay at distance could get a really good race.
I'm gonna say it like this: people that are depending on luck to get a good result are really for it.
Yeah, that's
But
not it's not wrong.
to finish it off, I just decided that I'm not gonna bother about the 5K heat mass start again, and I'm just gonna hope that I'm super lucky. I'm in a fast heat. We're gonna push all the way, and then
Yeah,
I'm gonna be fucking good and win the Tour de Ski, and everybody else is gonna get shit heats and lose the Tour de Ski.
yeah. No, but
So that's kind of my tactics now.
that sounds like a good plan, mate. Good plan. But I think like that's it from the most exciting things that happened at the FIS meetings.
We've already filled the podcast with 37 minutes again already. I see.
Yeah. Anything else you wanna share with us, Mika? Except that you almost vomited because it smells so much like shit in Ramsau.
I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it.
Yeah.
You know what, Jimmy?
Tell me.
I'm just a chill guy.
Yeah, just a chill guy, yeah. Exactly, yeah. Mika
Just a chill
Vermeulen is
guy.
just a chill guy. Everybody's agreeing on that. Right, mate.
I'm just a chill guy. I
Mate,
think we're.
we forgot to talk about the most important thing that happened this whole week. We've got the skiers vlog, mate.
Check it out on YouTube.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's the best thing ever happened to skiing since the KOT.
Yeah, skiers vlog. Yeah, nothing else to say about it
We're gonna release another Skirious vlog
in the next few days.
next few days. So the goal is to get one Skirious vlog at least per week. We're gonna do just separate vlogs while we're training, both Jimmy and I. And obviously when we're together, we're gonna film vlogs together. So if you guys haven't watched it, check it out on the Skirious Problems YouTube account. Give us some feedback. Let us also know what you want to see.
I was gonna say, yeah, let us know what you want to see. That's actually so important. Because
Yeah, we have tons of stuff coming up now. It's actually a super exciting period. It's like lots of training. I've got some media stuff to do next week. Jimmy, do you also have some media stuff to do?
yeah, I have a press conference. No, I don't.
Together with the KOT.
Yeah, KOT live. They do a live KOT every Monday, and there's like 10 people that like tune in, and they're like, yeah. Anyway,
Nah, KOT's great, mate. We're not slagging off the KOT.
we're not slagging off all 10 of their followers.
Yeah, we love the KOT. But just let us know what you guys are interested in.
Yeah.
We've got nothing to hide. We want to show you everything we do. But if you don't tell us what you want to see, we can't smell it. The only thing we can smell is shit when we're in France because there's so many smelly people walking around.
Yeah.
Oh no, fuck, I forgot. France is the greatest country in the world. I fucking love France.
Yeah. Right. Thanks for the pod, mate.
When do you actually, Jimmy? Last question,
Yeah.
and then we can end it. And I know we're Brexiting now, but when do you get more offended? When I slag off British people or when I slag off French people?
I don't know. I've also slagging up French people, so I'm British on this podcast, mate. So I get more offended.
Okay,
if
so
you...
you know what? From now on, we're just not gonna offend nations anymore. I'm just gonna offend Jimmy personally.
and my mum.
Nah, I'm really sorry, Karen. I should not have slacked you off. I'm very sorry. I actually deeply regret that. Now, Jimmy, maybe we should actually cut that out of the podcast.
I'm not gonna.
But the thing is, I actually
I'm not gonna
respect.
edit it out.
But
So you can do it if you want. You'll have to
The thing is, I actually
apologize.
respect your mom. I actually think she's really nice. But I kind of got myself in a situation now where she's probably gonna think I'm a bellend.
Yeah. Right, mate. That was a funny podcast. At least I had a good laugh. So thanks for
Yeah.
tuning in and like and subscribe. Like always, go check out the vlog. Go check out the Instagram page, and send us what you want to see, what you want to hear, who you want to have as a guest on the podcast. Stay tuned, and yeah, see you in a week and a bit.
Serious problems. Your number one Nordic skiing podcast. Ciao.
Ciao, ciao.